Good morning everyone and welcome to my craft room. It's Julianne Richards here. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in southern Tasmania. Just checking my... Oh, sound's definitely working. Apologies for that. Today is day 11, goodness me, in my 12 Days of Christmas Project Challenge. And I remember that I did promise somebody very early on the piece that I would do not just cards, that I would actually do a 3D ornament or an ornament project as well. So today, before my time runs out, I'm actually going to make a Christmas ornament, sort of a star, a paper star anyway. It's quite big. I don't know that you could actually hang it from your Christmas tree, but you could definitely hang it from the door outside, maybe if it's protected, or just from a doorway inside, that sort of thing. So anyway, it's quite cute and quite simple to make. So what you basically, I'll get started straight away. What you basically need to do is grab a 12 by 12 piece of paper, designer series paper, and cut it down to 4-inch square pieces. So 4 by 4. So it means you get 9 pieces from a 12 by 12 piece of paper. You only actually do 8 of them, so you'll have 1 to spare. So basically you get, and I can't bring all 9 because I've already started part of it. You want 8 pieces of 12 by 12 designer series paper, and pick a paper that you like both sides of, because you are going to see both sides once the design is finished. So if you like one side but hate the other, it's probably not the piece of paper to choose. So basically something you like both sides of. Seeing some people come on, Sally and Margie and Denise and Hannah. Good morning everybody. Did I see someone else? Judy. Yeah, good morning. Okay, so now you've got your pieces of 4 by 4 designer series paper. Everyone's probably looking at this going, oh yeah, we used to make these in primary school, but anyway, they were new to me, so I thought they were fun. So what you want to do is fold each piece diagonally into a smaller triangle. Okay. Just like that. So you've got a triangle there. And then you bring in your paper snips or your scissors and make them fairly sharp scissors, because it does have to go through 4 layers of paper. Now this is the bit I'm going to have difficulty explaining. If you hold your triangle like this, like I am here, with the side that is with all the folds, so the sort of the spine, I suppose you'd call it if it was a book, down towards your right hand, and then you've got the part that's open with all the 4 open parts to your left. You then want to cut from the spine up to sort of parallel to the open. I'll do it and hopefully you'll see what I mean. So you're keeping it parallel, your cut's parallel to this part on your left hand side, and you're cutting up from there towards the top. And you want to take it to within, probably not too close, you don't want to cut it all the way through, but pretty close to the top right hand corner there, top right hand edge. So within, I'd say, what, half a centimetre or 1/4 of an inch from the edge. And then you do that 3 times. So and each cut is going to be a little bit longer, because it still has to end 1/4 of an inch from that top edge. And try to hold it quite firmly, because it will try and move as you cut. And then we've got this one. So you take this one, this is the longest cut of all, and it goes all the way almost to the top. Okay, so you've got then, and I'll do a couple more before I move to the next step, you've got then your square of cards, designer series paper, with these series of triangular cuts in them. And I'll do another one. I've got to do another, yeah, I've got to do another 1 or 2 just to show you again. So as again, we fold our cardstock paper diagonally. Good morning everyone. Who else can I see? Michelle and Deborah and Tonya. Good morning, Tonya. Okay, so we've got that cut. So we hold the spine to our left, the open side, no, the spine to our right, the open side to our left, and we're cutting parallel with there from the spine up. So within about 1/4 of an inch of the top. So a little bit further each time. There we are. So I've got 2 more to do, so I'll do two more. Good morning, Kay and Julie. Okay, so there again we have our square. I've got 2 here that I've already folded, so I'm just going to cut them. So open side to your left. Trouble is I'm get my left and right mixed up, and the spine to your right, and cut up. Oh, I nearly went too far then. I saw somebody's name flash up and I got distracted. Eek. Oh, good. So there's the second last one. And I'll do just one more. This is our last one. So you're always cutting from the spine end or spine edge. And use, as I say, really lovely sharp scissors if you can. Here we are. Okay, so once you've got 8 of those all cut, we can start assembling. Okay, so now this is, as I mentioned, 4x4. So this does get a little bit fiddly when you're dealing with these middle cuts here. If you go 6x6, it's a little bit easier to fiddle with, but you do end up with a much larger star when you're finished. I'll show you one I made with 6x6 in a minute. So it's actually probably 18 inches from top to bottom, which is quite large. It'll be hard to work out what you're going to do with it. So anyway, so this is 4x4, so you get a much more usable finished result. So what I do to make that a little bit easier for myself is grab a pencil and lay that in the centre. Grab a piece of, now I tried to find Stampin' Up products that would glue, we'd stick these okay, but because it's such a sharp fold, the double-sided tape and everything wouldn't stick it properly. So I've resorted to gone to the kids craft box and stolen out some cellophane or some sticky tape, depending on where you live and what you call it. And it just seems to work the best, and it's clear, so it doesn't matter too much. You see right through it. So that first one is a lot easier, as I say, if you've got a pencil or something there, just to support it as you curl it in. So you basically curl it in and stick it there where the 2 ends meet. Then you flip it over, and this is easier. You don't need your pencil this time. You take the next 2 cuts, you bring them in. I'll grab a piece of sticky tape first. Grab the next 2 bits, bring them in, so you're sort of working on the opposite side now. Bring them together, and then you stick them as well. Now if you're worried about those little bits of sticky tape hanging over the edge, just give them a bit of a snip and fold them under, and it'll make it extra strong for you. So then we flip again, grab a piece of sticky tape, bring the next ones up, so you're back on our original side now, and add your sticky tape again. Okay, so we've done that. Last time we flip it over, grab our sticky tape, sellotape, whatever you want to call it, and this is our last one. It gets easier and easier as you head out because you've got far more paper to play with. And pop that one in as well. Okay, so I'm just going to snip that little piece and fold it under so it's not so much overlap of the tape. Okay, so we've got that, and that is one of the arms of our star. And as I said, make sure you like both sides of the paper, because we are seeing both sides of the paper there. So if you hate one side, and you can see it every second strip is that side of the paper. So let's do it again. Okay, so we've got another one here. I'll bring in my pencil, grab a piece of sellotape, fold that up, curl it over your pencil a little bit, and add the sellotape. There we are. Okay, that's the first one, that's the hardest one. Flip it over. Next one over the opposite way. Fold it up and over. And sellotape again. Flip it over. Sellotape. Bring those together. And stick. And the last one. Eek, stuck to my finger. Okay, so there's the second one. So as you can see, as you do them more and more, you're going to get a little bit faster. So I'll do these final two, and then I can show you how to put it together, because I've done 4 previously. The paper I'm using today is the Snowflake Splendour. Yeah, the Snowflake Splendour Designer Series paper. I've used it a couple of times in this series. It's got some lovely blues and greens and purples in it. And I must admit, I'm letting my favourite colours show there, because I do love blues and greens. They are my favourites. Okay, so just finishing off these couple more. Click. Some of them do get a bit stubborn. And just the last one. Yes, I thought you did, Margie. I've seen you use that a lot, the blues and the purples. I knew we were sisters in that. Okay, so last one. I think I've started these all on the same side, but it doesn't matter. If you start some on one side and then flip the next one and start it on the next side, it doesn't matter too much. As long as your paper coordinates pretty well, it's not going to matter that that you've alternated in the, or even been totally random in which side you start with. To my fingers now, like everything has these last 12 days. And the last one. Okay, so there is 4, and as I say, I've done 4 already, so that's all 8 of them done. Okay, so I'll show you what to do next with these 4. So it's working with 4 at a time. Line up, and it doesn't matter which end you choose, but line up the pointy ends together. Sort of line up the little triangular points as best you can. They do get a bit hard to handle when you've got 4 of them together. So I've got all 4 points lined up there. Hopefully you can see that if my camera has remained focused. And then bring in a stapler, so like a nice small stapler, like a mini stapler, and staple those 4 together. So there you have, as you can see, we've got 4 points of a star. So that's that bit done there. And here is, earlier today I did another 4. You could probably get away with 3, 6 squares altogether and 3, but I think once I get that together it's going to be really, really, really nice. So, okay, so we've got our 4. What I'm going to then do is bring the 2 bits, and this is where it gets a little bit tricky, bring the 2 bits together that I just stapled. So I just stapled 4 together. So bring the 2 lots of 4 together. And this is why I say get a nice little stapler, because you're going to have to fit it down in there and staple those 2 lots of 4 together. Nope. Hopefully if your staple will behave itself. Mine just went silly. It's getting a little bit thick now, so let's try again. I may well give up now. I'll show you one that I did before. Come on guys, behave yourselves in public. Okay, let's try that. So hopefully you can see that. I'll bring it up into the camera. Apologies if I've gone off the screen there. Okay, so we're bringing it into there. At least that's the plan. Hopefully. Oh, hang on, something's gone a bit funny there. I don't want you there. Bring that into there and... Ah, worked. Good, 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 good. Okay, so there we have our 8 stars, or 8 armed star all together. How's that? It looks sweet, doesn't it? As I say, at this size you could probably get away with 6, but it wouldn't be quite as full as this one is. Okay, so what we do now is bring our stapler in and staple together each of the little arms of the star. So just grab the part of it that's closest to itself, to the next one, and pop a staple in there as well. And that gives it some real sort of structure. And again, if anyone done these before, I can imagine it'd be something you'd do with kids in primary school. That's what I sort of think. I don't remember doing it with my boys, but they weren't really into papercraft. Warcraft, yes. Starcraft, yes. Papercraft, no. Okay, so... And don't worry about the staples, you don't really see them all that much. And they do, as I say, keep it together quite well. Well, Margie, you'll have to make one now and show me what your results. Margie's saying she's seen them made but hasn't made one. I did promise, particularly Sally, I don't think I've seen her on yet, that I wouldn't just do cards all week. So I've managed to sneak in one non-card. There we are. So that's all. And it actually keeps it in shape a lot nicer with those staples in as well. Okay. So what I thought I would do is bring in some of this beautiful Seaside Spray metallic ribbon and use that to as a hanger for this one. So what I thought I'd do, we'll stick with the staple theme, just put the ribbon, just pick what you think is the top. I don't know that it really matters too much. All seems pretty uniform. And pop some ribbon on one side around a star spike. I don't know, I've lost my words now. Bring back your stapler, make sure you capture both sides of it and staple as well. Now that's definitely something you could use Stampin' Up for, but since I've got my stapler out, I've used my stapler and it's nice and secure. So there we have our hanging thing there. Okay, so that's, you know, we could make 3 or 4 of those. I did see one hanging. Yes, Sally, it's hanging on the wall behind me. I'll show you in a minute. Yeah. So, yes, it's a bigger one. So you've got this little star there. So I thought that's quite pretty on its own. You could probably string them up between the doors, you know, make a few and string them up in a doorway, that sort of thing, so people bonk their heads on them as they go by. I thought we could probably do a little bit more with this one. And you've got all these wonderful flat surfaces that sort of point forward. I'm assuming that's our forward. So what I did this morning was cut myself a series of like die cuts from the various sets that I've used over the last 12 days. So I've got some, you might probably recognise the little poinsettias from the wreath builder, and that's this little love from the wreath builder as well, and some various silver stars and things from my stitched stars. So what I thought I might do is just get some, now as he's start stamping that stuff, get some glue dots and sort of decorate our star a little bit. Don't know how, this is the new bit. I haven't done this yet, so we'll see how it goes. So we'll just get a star and a glue dot. I don't want to do too much, just here and there, just on the bits that stick, that face forward. And you might decide to just leave it plain, especially if you had a really decorative paper. You probably wouldn't want to add anything else to it but the paper itself. But I thought, hey, it's only 22 minutes. I need to keep you occupied for a little bit longer today. I hope everyone's having a nice morning or evening wherever you are. So wait a minute, where's the top there? It's very quiet here today. The Richards clan have started heading off to their various events. Hubby's at swimming. Kids have just headed out to a gaming thing they go to, and the youngest is still in bed. It's a perfect opportunity to get some crafting done. No, that one shouldn't be there. Oh, it might be too late. Oh no, gotcha. Now he's got 2 dots on him. Okay, so there's some stars, maybe another star, maybe a love. Oh, that's cute. Haven't used that yet. This little love from the arrange a wreath. Thanks guys for your kind words. Yeah, it is turning out well, isn't it? So bring some little poinsettias in, little blooms. I think that's probably, I don't want to go too crazy. It might just be, don't know if I prefer it this way or not, but you know, you could decorate it in anything. If you went for a more sort of plaid paper, you could bring in some little snowmen, or just, you know, lots of colour, little baubles maybe. There's that. My obsession with symmetry is telling me I need something over here. So there we are. Okay. How's that? I have to look at it myself now. Yeah, that's alright. It's sort of sweet. Yeah, it's nice. There you go. So that's something a little bit different. So you could leave it plain, or you can, you know, add the extra little stars and flowers and baubles and snowmen and whatever else you think you might like to add to enhance it a little bit. So basically that's going to hang, you know, on a doorknob or on a door frame, that sort of thing. Anyway, So as I say, that was 4 by 4 pieces of paper, and if I measure that from top to bottom at its longest point, it's 11 inches long, wide, sort of that way. I'll just bring over the one I did with, this is one I did with old retired paper with 6 by 6 squares. So it's a fair bit bigger, so it makes it that sort of probably, I'll tell you how big it is. You can't even get it in the camera, it's so huge. But it is actually, and I'll measure it from top to bottom, it's 12, it's probably 16 inches long. So it's like a major thing. And that 6 by 6, that basically took, let me think, 6 by 6, that took 2 12 by 12 sheets of paper to make that one. But you know, it's big. You could probably pop it together with, sort of make some big ones and some little ones and put them all next to each other if you're sort of in your display. Okay, so as I say, that is today's video. That is video number 11. So tomorrow we'll be back with the last of my 12 days of Christmas. Thanks so much for everyone who's stuck with me this far. I've seen some familiar names and I really appreciate you popping on every day at this time to watch me make a mess in my craft room. I really appreciate it. Anyway, tomorrow, last day, I'm still trying to work out what I'm actually going to do. I haven't really decided yet. I know I've got a card here ready to go, but I think I need to do something spectacular on my last day. But anyway, it's not really my last day. I'll be back every Friday after that anyway, but yeah, needs something to polish off this 12 days with a little bit more pizzazz. Anyway, but have your great Sunday, everyone, and I will see you all tomorrow. Okay, bye bye.